Yo, YouTube, what's crack-a-lack-a-jack-a smacking? It's Waffle Man with a video, and today we're going to be talking about the New York Knicks and who they should sign in free agency. Now, if you don't know, the Knicks will have about $80 million in cap space this offseason to spend their monies. And depending on whether Aaron Aflalo accepts his player option or Derek Williams accepts his player option, the Knicks could potentially have even more cap space. And basically, our starters are going to remain the same. Calderon, Porzingis, Lopez, Anthony are still going to be on the team. Unless something crazy happens and Carmelo gets traded, which is probably almost 80% unlikely to happen. I'm leaving that 20% there because we just don't know. And you never say never in certain situations, and we just don't know. But anyways, the Knicks have a couple of spots to, fix on their roster. Now, the center position is interesting because last season we signed Robin Lopez for $12 million a year, and this offseason, free agents are going to be available in the centers like Al Horford, Al Jefferson, Pau Gasol, Joakim Noah, Andre Drummond, who's a restricted free agent, Dwight Howard, who's probably going to leave Houston, and Hassan Whiteside. So those are probably the big name centers that are there. Now, Al Horford, I'm not sure what Al Horford wants to do. I don't really want Al Jefferson. Gasol would be a cool option, but is he really worth that money? Joakim Noah is there, but we got Robin Lopez, and we'd be signing Joakim Noah to probably the same contract. And I think it really gets interesting between Dwight Howard and Hassan Whiteside, because Dwight Howard, apparently he wants to come to New York. I don't know, I've heard some reports that he wants to come to New York, and I'm not sure. Is Dwight Howard a $20 million player still? Probably not. I mean, how much money does Dwight Howard want? How much can he ask for? In my opinion, if he asks for more than $18 million, then he's not worth it. Like, he's not worth it. Robin Lopez, to me, first of all, Robin Lopez, shout out to Robin Lopez. He's been having some great games. He's only averaging 10 points and 7 rebounds, 8 rebounds this season. But, he does a lot. With the minutes he's given, he's been doing a lot. That post hook he has is unbelievable. Man, it almost goes in. It's like automatic. And I think Carmelo Anthony has established a sort of chemistry with Robin Lopez now. And also, Lopez, his contract is pretty good for him setting the screens, him fighting hard, and he's played every single game this season. I think Lopez, we might be fine with Lopez at center, especially if Porzingis starts to even develop even more. And Carmelo is still balling, man. This month in March, Carmelo's averaging over 50% field goal percentage per game. He's averaging 26 points, 8 rebounds, a career high in assists. He's averaging a career high in assists this season. And his defense, he's been playing some, solid defense, man. I'm not saying he's the greatest defender, but his defense is better than what it used to be in the past years. But anyways, of course, we got small forward locked up, so we don't really need a small forward or a power forward. And if we want to keep Lopez for that price, it's not that bad. What the Knicks really need, in my opinion, is that point guard. And, the couple of point guards that are out there, Mike Conley's out there, Rajon Rondo might be available. We don't know. He's probably not going to come to the Knicks. He's probably going to stay on the Kings. But Carmelo's out there trying to recruit. Brandon Jennings is also out there. I'm not sure how Brandon Jennings will work on the Knicks. But honestly, that's it. And Ty Lawson's out there. But, Ty Lawson's been on the decline. He's been on the downfall. So the point guards, the only strong suited point guards out there in free agency is Mike Conley. Mike Conley could leave the Grizzlies. I think he's going to leave. That's just my opinion. And I think if he came to the Knicks, he would like it here, man. I think he would work on the Knicks. Now, the Knicks are still trying to run the triangle offense. Kurt Rambis and Derek Fisher have both been part of Phil Jackson's repertoire before. So, they're still trying to instill the triangle offense here. But the Knicks still need a coach, man. Kurt Rambis, he's alright. We're still losing with him as a coach. And we know Kurt Rambis back in the Timberwolves days, he had Kevin Love and he was losing a lot of games. So, Kurt Rambis is an alright coach, but we need a new coach, man. Someone like Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy maybe. Tom Thibodeau's out there, and Tom Thibodeau, excuse me. Some of his schemes in his offense actually resemble the triangle offense. So it's like, yo, get Tom Thibodeau here. He will instill a type of defense in New York. Hopefully he doesn't play Carmelo Anthony like he played Jimmy Butler, because he would kill Carmelo Anthony at this age. But, get a new coach, man. And I was watching First Take this morning, and Stephen A talking about Phil Jackson, and Skip Bayless talking about Phil Jackson, who needs to coach the team. And, I think that's true, because other than the Porzingis pick, Phil Jackson's not really doing anything here. Like, either come coach the team, come coach the Knicks, or get out of here. Like, he's not doing anything. Like, come coach the team, man. You want to keep using your freaking, you know, apprentices to coach the Knicks. You want to, because your apprentices know the triangle and stuff like that. No, that's not how coaching works, man. You can't just coach from afar like that. You got to be on the court, on the bench, coaching this team. And he's the highest paid, what? He's the highest paid president in the league right now. It's crazy. He's the highest paid. Getting paid more, way more than anybody. And he's not really doing anything with it. So he needs to come down. Also, the Knicks, other than a point guard, the Knicks need a bench. I mean, Lance Thomas has fallen off a lot. You know, he still has that percentage numbers wise, but he's really fallen off, man. Jerry Grant, he can't shoot for his life. You know, we don't really have a backup big really, because Kyle O'Quinn's, you know, he's just inconsistent. He's all right. We haven't really used Severin that much. And other than that, man, we don't have really anybody off the bench. Now, Langston Galloway is a restricted free agent. We'll probably sign him again. He's a really good, solid guy. He played defense, and he really has that hand, man. So I like Langston Galloway, like last season. He's a good guy, so we should definitely keep him. Calderon's obviously under contract, man. We gotta get rid of Calderon, man. If we could find a way to trade Calderon for anything, that would be a great move, because that would free up $8 million cap space, which we could use to sign maybe a person like Jamal Crawford, maybe a person like Ryan Anderson. These are the type of people, Norris Cole, Jared Bayless, OJ Mayo. We could get these guys and make them come to the team. Now, DeMar DeRozan is another free agent. And switching to the shooting guard position, because we also need a person to come off the bench and score for us like J.R. Smith did in the past years. You know, DeRozan, I don't think he's gonna want to come to New York. Obviously, we got money to offer some big free agents like Kevin Durant. But the thing is, do they want to come to New York? Is New York a place you want to be with? I know Carmelo's out there recruiting. You know, we know Carmelo still got game. Porzingis is coming up. But the whole organization, like I said, we need a coach, man. If Phil comes down and coaches, maybe Kevin Durant's like, hey, they got Carmelo, they got Porzingis. I should go over there and play. But we really need a bench, man. I mean, Ryan Anderson, definitely he's not a bench player, so we couldn't get him. So, you know, there's still players like Kevin Martin, Chase Budinger, Louis Scola, who's probably not looking to play a bench role. But we need some really role players on this team. A guy like Norris Cole, even he would be better than what we have now. I mean, Jerry Grant, like he really can't shoot, man. And everyone off the Knicks bench, even Sasa Vujacic, he's been playing terrible the last couple of games. He hasn't been shooting well. Nobody can shoot well on this team. It's crazy. I mean, you got all these people on the bench that can't score, other than like what, Langston Galloway, and it's like it just blows my mind, man. I mean, we could get a guy like Aaron Brooks to come off the bench, maybe Mo Williams, who hasn't been playing that much on the Cavs. Just somebody, man. I mean, Chandler Parsons is a free agent. You see, the thing is, we got all these free agents out there, but they got to be restricted to the bench. So, I don't know, man. Maybe Wesley Johnson could come over here. Yo, who knows, man. But mainly the Knicks need a point guard, in my opinion. So, Mike Conley's out there, of course. And a bench player. A couple bench players, a couple role players. And yeah, we could use a big off the bench. So, there's definitely options out there. If Aflalo accepts his player option and Derek Williams accepts his player option, then I think we could use them off the bench if we get a shooting guard and a point guard. Because I think Williams could improve this team. He's had a couple of good games of the Knicks, and Galloway is cool off the bench. But Aflalo is interesting, because if Aflalo signs that player deal and we get a shooting guard like maybe Jamal Crawford comes back, OJ Mayo, Norris Cole, then I think we'd be good, man. Even Randy Foye, someone like that, you know, that'd be cool. Even Bradley Beal's a restricted free agency. You know, maybe we could sign him, but I don't know, man. Those are the main concerns with the Knicks. I don't really think we need a big man. I think our front court's good right now, but we need a coach, a point guard, and a bench, and that's it. And there's a lot of free agents out there to do it. But anyways, leave your thoughts in the comment section on who the Knicks should target, man. This is going to be a huge free agency, because if this year, if we don't get anybody in free agency, it's a wrap. They got to cancel this project ASAP. I mean, we might as well just trade Carmelo in the middle of the season, for God's sakes. But anyways, I'm out for now. Peace.